Hello everyone, Madman here. So I was looking at some news clips and I found this one. It's from DW News channel, as you can see, and I came across a news clip that shows it's this one over here. It shows the statistics, a very interesting statistics about the election of presidential election of United States, and it starts from around 6 minutes and 45 seconds of the whole clip. So I'm just going to play that part because I found it very interesting, but I recommend every one of you to check out the whole video.
In the United States, you can win an election by millions of votes, but still not become president. Just look at the last presidential election. So, if the popular vote doesn't decide the president, whose votes really count? Let's take a closer look. About 330 million people live in the United States, out of which roughly 250 million people are eligible to vote. That's 78% of the population. Minors, non-citizens, and many former convicts are excluded from casting ballots. But a huge chunk of those who could vote simply don't. Only a little over half of eligible voters have taken part in recent elections. If that holds true again, only about 137 million people would cast a ballot. This time around, expanded early voting due to the pandemic could send that number higher. But millions of votes never really end up helping the candidate for which they were cast. Why? Because you don't win the presidency by securing enough of the national popular vote. Instead, candidates win by racking up enough victories in state-by-state contests that culminate on election day. And virtually every state uses the winner-take-all system. So, in most states, if you vote for a losing candidate, you're out of luck. There, it's only the winner who benefits from the votes cast. Last time around, 61 million people cast votes for candidates who lost at the state level. Take Texas, for example. President Trump beat Hillary Clinton. So, under the winner-takes-all system, Texas went into his column of wins. The state victories add up to determine a national winner, in a way that's proportional to the state's population. The winner-takes-all systems influence the election in another major way, by focusing attention on what's called the battleground states. Opinion polls and past elections mean we already know how many of the biggest states, like New York or California, are likely to vote. So instead of focusing on those states, candidates campaign heavily in just a handful of places where the outcome is open. This time around, these are some of the states that could be decisive. And out of the 137 million likely voters this year, roughly 36 million of them live in these battleground states. That's about a tenth of the entire US population. They get the lion's share of the candidates' attention because they will most likely determine who wins enough of the state-by-state contests to claim the presidency. Studies on the last election found that the vast majority of campaign events were held in only a handful of key states. Critics accuse the US electoral system of being undemocratic by not giving each vote the same weight, or by inflating the influence of some regions over others. The system that underlies all of this is called the Electoral College, and that system is unlikely to go away, despite opinion polls showing that most people in America would like to see it abolished. Doing so would take a 2/3 agreement among lawmakers in Congress. That's exceptionally rare to achieve in an era of heavy partisan polarization.
So I found this part of the this clip very fascinating because end of the day the person that is elected as the president of United States will influence not only United States itself, but because United States is the powerful country in the world, they influence other countries financially, military, and in very different aspects. And seeing that this decision is made by a very handful of votes which have more weight than the other, it looks like that. But well, it is open to anybody's opinion. But overall, I found this clip that, especially the analytics of that a particular set of the statistics that were shown, which I found really fascinating, and I hope you guys can check it out.